Before your next first date, I really need you to stop trying to impress him or make him like you. This is precisely how good women get hurt. You're trying so hard to be chosen that you're not paying attention to who you're choosing. And allow me to remind you your power in case you forgot. You hold all the power in the initial stages of dating. You get to choose which man gets the opportunity, and the man gets to choose if he's taking the opportunity or not. Once he took the opportunity, meaning invite you on a date, that's it. Now the ball is in his court. Now he needs to lead you. Of course, you're participating and you are a part of it, but the heavy lifting is on him. I know that you probably are a little bit like tense and you're not sure how it's going to go. No, you need to drop the handkerchief, let him pick it up, and then allow him to lead you. In today's session, I'm going to walk you through exactly step by step how to navigate the first date from the start to end. Actually, we're going to dive really deep to what you need to do before the date, during the date, and after the date in order for you to really see who this guy is. And instead of trying to being chosen, do the choosing and see if he deserves a second date, not if you are going to get a second date. I'm Coach Paz Goldman, your relationship coach. And this is the guide, the first date guide, start to finish. Now, let's start. Date is for data. The first date is data, pure data. You will not see much in the first date. The purpose of the first date is not to decide whether he's your future husband. The purpose is gather information. And I know that many females, and also some men do that, at the beginning, when they see someone that fits the criteria of the fantasy they have in their mind, it's like, oh my God, there's so much potential here. This man could be this or be that. No, 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 no. Don't go that far. First date. First date. Let's put it into perspective. You don't know the guy. You don't really understand who this guy is. Give him time to reveal himself, and give yourself time to get to know him and choose. Like I said, you need constantly to be in the choosing position. Once you are holding yourself in the choosing position, it's not arrogant, and it's beautiful because you know your worth, you know your value, and you allow him. And a man loves it when you allow him. This is the dynamic that needs to be masculine and feminine. Now, too many women approach the first date looking for certainty. And it's not only women, but we're talking about you right now. You don't need certainty, you need data. And I see it all the time when people in the first date, they are so unclear and they're so tired from dating, and they said, I need to know. I need to know if you're going to be the one. You will not know at the beginning. There is absolutely zero chance of you knowing precisely who this person is. It's impossible. You don't have enough data, and you don't see how he reacts, how he responds, how he's with you. People reveal themselves differently with different people. Who he was with other women, it's not how he's going to be with you. It's not going to be exactly how he's going to be with you. So this is, even if you ask other people that know him who he is or how he acts, you will not know precisely. So give yourself the opportunity and the excitement to just reveal that. Date for data. Your job is not to decide if he's the one. Your job is to discover who he is. Observe, listen, and just stay curious. That's fun. Have fun with it. A first date is not reveal his true character. Almost everyone is on their best behavior on the first date, and remember that. Everybody's on the first date. The first date, they're the most amazing version of themselves because there is no stress, there is not a lot of pressure, there is not a lot of commitment. So the first date will reveal chemistry, social skills, and whether you enjoy each other's company. But character is revealed through consistency. Anybody can be charming for 2 hours. Anybody can say the right things, and the true emerges through repeated interactions over time. Watch for patterns, not performance. Consistency is where the truth truly lives. Phase 1, before the date, choose the right type of date. And I teach my men how to get the first date just right. And the first date, you don't go on dinner date. I saw many people talk about online, especially women. They say, if he's not taking you on a, like in the dinner date, I don't do coffee date on the first date. I'm worthy of so much more. I'm a high value woman and yada, yada, yada. It got nothing to do with it. The first date, and I will always say, the first date needs to be super light, super casual. You don't know the person. If you go on an expensive dinner, first of all, it will set an expectation of reciprocation. You might want to kiss him or give him something in return because he invested so much, which is it's completely flawed in the beginning. The second thing is that if the date don't go well, if he said something at the beginning of the date and you're like, oh my God, this guy is horrible, now you're stuck. If he picked you up, you're dependent on him to take you back. You don't want to be in the car with him if it doesn't go right. If you don't know him enough to create this level of intimacy. Dinner creates a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. It's very intimate. It's just way too much for the beginning. I'm going to talk about it for the second date. There is an upcoming video on the second date which reveals more about this. For now, first date is coffee date, lunch date, something very casual. And if it's coffee, I'm teaching my guys, and don't worry about it. Make sure that it's not Starbucks, but be sure that you communicated right. He will take you to a nice place for coffee. Anyways, if he invites you for dinner first, this is where you gently suggest something lighter. You barely know each other, like I said, and dinner carries expectations of escalation and tends to run long since it sits at the end of the day. There is no real cutoff, which is very important at the beginning to know when to leave also some room for curiosity. So you can tell him, I have an hour. An hour is long enough to get to know a person and just to see a little bit if you're interested in more. And it's very casual. There is no pressure. It's the middle of the day. You probably took your car there, you know? So it's light. It's light, and it puts away all of the pressure of the first date, of the performance, of the amount of what you need to wear and the makeup and everything. It just gives it a little bit, it's lighter, plus it reveals more of the person. At night, we're a little bit different. In the middle of the day, when it's light outside, we look a little bit different because this got something to do with our chemistry that is in our body. At night, there is more melatonin. It's just different chemistry in our body. So first date, casual, somewhere nice, and make sure that you're telling him that it needs to be during the day. At first date, it's not about romance. It's about information gathering. Just information, like I said at the beginning. Date for data. That's the first thing. And if you're dating for data, drop a comment below. Date for data. And let's follow this rule. Date for data. You know, many people think that chemistry is it sets the tone for the relationship. And that's the problem. This is why people get physical way too fast, way too soon. And like I will explain in today's session, there is no physical intimacy at all in the first date. Not a kiss and not anything else. If I said not a kiss, and you already figured that it's not going to be any other type of escalation. So no physical intimacy at all. It's so unnecessary. It's unnecessary. We're going to cover that. The mindset. Remember the purpose. This is just the purpose. Most women ask, do I like him? A better question is, who is this man? Observe, listen, pay attention, stay curious, allow him to reveal himself. The third thing, the presence. Look presentable, not performative. Dress well, smell good, and take pride in your appearance. But don't show up trying to be someone you're not. The goal is not to impress him. The goal is to be present in the best authentic version of yourself. What I will say about looking presentable, don't lead with your body. No not like deep cleavage or something that shows too much skin. Good men, high value men will not want you for your body And if you cover yourself, not completely, but not looking like, I would say, cheap, it goes such a long way. And men will appreciate it so much because he sees you're valuing yourself. High value woman, in my eyes, is a woman who values herself. She doesn't show her body to people she barely know. And this is very important. And I made a guide on how to look even on social media, and all the bikini photos and ass photos. You women, men don't like it. High value men don't like it when they see you in bikini all the time on social media. It's very cheap. And this type of behavior will bring you a certain type of men. So don't be surprised if you attract trashy men. If you show yourself like that, this is just what it is. You will attract this type of men. In terms of smelling good, this is something that I really want to give you a pro tip here. Smelling good to a woman, it's one of the most important things. Fragrance for a man, when we smell a good smell of a woman, it's intoxicating. And what I would say about that, you want to mix few perfumes, not just one. Create your own unique blend. Don't wear a perfume that is very popular, brand name perfume that everybody wears. It might trigger him because maybe his ex or somebody else had this perfume if it's a very well-known brand. Mix some things together and create your own. I have my own. This is what I'm doing. I wear 3 different colognes that creates a unique, very unique scent. So it's memorable. Make your own. Of course, you have your own pheromones, and it's probably, he will like it anyways. But if you are creating your own unique perfume, this goes such a long way. I cannot stress this enough. It's like, this is a smell I've never smelled before. Delicious. I just gotta tell you that. That's it. Now, during the date, let him lead. Let him lead. Let him lead. If you want to put a man in his masculine, you gotta allow him to be in his masculine. You cannot emasculate him and completely do everything. If you're looking for masculinity, like I said, create space for him to lead. Allow him to plan, initiate, guide the date, open the door, make decisions. Many women unintentionally compete with for the masculine role. Instead, create room for him to demonstrate who he is. So, allow him to open up the door at the restaurant. If you meet outside, allow him to open up the door. Walk, and instead of you walking and open up the door, allow him to walk just 1 or 2 steps, kind of like ahead of you, and allow him, like, insinuate that he's gonna open up the door, and he will. A calibrated man will. If it's a boy and he's not opening up the door for you, that's a red flag. It just means he's playing games. And this is where you see the first date. If he doesn't even open the door for you, tons of ego, probably watch a lot of red pill content, and he's not going to be a good partner. He's just not going to be a good partner. If it starts like this, God knows where it's going to lead. Therefore, you need to allow him to open up the door for you. To guide the date, of course, plan and initiate and do everything. It goes without saying, and I teach my guys exactly what to do. It's something that it's just a must. Now, make the decisions. Let me give you an example of making decisions, that's something that you can actually practically do. When the menu arrives, you can do something like this. You tell him, I want to drink, I don't know, whatever, coffee, or if you want to have like light lunch, if you're in a coffee shop or lunch, and you can tell him pretty much what you want. You can say, I want I don't want to be like stereotypical, I don't want this salad, or I want the coffee with this croissant, whatever it is that you want. You can tell him what you want and allow him to order for you. Or if you're brave, and this is something that I would highly recommend, you can tell him, I feel like something light, and I want to eat, let's say, some veggies and fruit for dessert, and something light to drink, cold drink, and maybe an espresso for later, or something like that. And you give him the information, and you tell him, just order for me. Just order for me. God damn, that's good. That is good. And this is where you put him in his masculine. And again, I'm giving you some of the perspective of the feminine and the masculine, but what I tell my guys, you take the lead and you say, what it is that you want. Do you have any allergies? What are your preferences? Let me order for you. I got you. And immediately you're relaxing. The body posture, you're just, oh my God, finally. The man's role in a date is to make you feel safe and to make you feel relaxed. And you need to allow it to happen if you order for yourself, if you open up the door for yourself. It's like you're going with a friend. So you need to let him, to initiate him into show his best self. Plus, when a man feels masculine with a woman, he will be so hooked for you. When you allow him and you give him the menu and say, order for me, you know what it will do to him? By the way, if it's a boy and he's not a man yet, he will say, no, just you order whatever. Then you see that he's not decisive. This is small, this mini test that you can run in this date. A strong masculine man will say, of course, I got you, what you want. Or I will just order for you. So this little thing can go a long way to reveal. Again, this is why you're here in the first date, to collect the data and to see who reveal him and make him feel like a man as well. Because the more man you make him feel, the more woman you will be, and the dynamic between you will start so beautifully. It's about how you are connecting. The first date is about the connection, the beginning. It's setting the expectations. Sometimes I say that first date or first few months, it's programming each other, reprogramming each other into how I want you to behave, what I'm willing to tolerate, what I don't. You can start feeling the cadence of how fast he takes, how slow, how he shows up, how he behaves when this happens, when that happens. You start seeing and you start revealing a pattern. Then you make a decision and you say, this pattern is good for me or this pattern is not good for me. Pacing. Maintain appropriate physical boundaries. Sit across from him. Allow emotional connection to develop before physical connection. There is no rush. The strongest relationships are typically built on emotional attraction first. Of course, at the beginning, you want to be attracted to him, but you don't want to build a foundation on lust. And I always say that everything that is built on lust will be lost, due to the fact that if the relationship starts very heavy physically, what happens? Your body immediately releases dopamine and oxytocin. And then what happens? You're biochemically connected to the person. So watch it and pace yourself. Take the time. A strong man, a respectable man that truly have genuine desire to get to know you for who you are will have no problem with that. He will be fine. There's no need for physical the physical intimacy, not a kiss, not anything. You want to build the emotional and intellectual connection before that. And I would say wait at least 3 months. At least 3 months. It takes time to build emotion. It takes time to build connection, to build attachment. And if you're having physical intimacy very quick, attachment happens before you really get to know the person. So it's physical intimacy, attachment, and now you're already emotionally invested before you really got to know the person. And what are you doing? Right now, the attachment is there. And to disconnect from him will be disrespecting for you, because you disrespected yourself for giving him your body before he earned anything. No physical, none whatsoever. If he's trying to push for physical, this is what he wants from you. But if he's serious about you, waiting is the best thing for him. And he will be so glad, because he says, finally. So pay very close attention to this one. That is this one here, this one right here. It's an immediate disqualifier, I would say. Discernment, red flags to watch out for. Pay attention to how he speaks negatively about his exes, constantly checks his phone, interrupts repeatedly. And by the way, these are the things that you don't want to do as well. How you speak about your exes, constantly checking your phone. Your phone needs to be away. He wants to see that you are connecting with him. So you put the phone away, interrupts repeatedly as well. Be respectful, be present. When he speaks, that's a thing. When he speaks, be present with him and look into his eyes when he says something about his life. When he shares something, when you ask him some interesting questions that I will provide for you in just a bit, look at him, pause, take a breath, give him a little smile. There's no need for it. You see, it's very intimate. Smile, eye contact is very intimate. Words are just, you don't need to use any words. When you have this, when you are connecting, when you're present, phone away, everything is away, direct contact, beautiful. Now, don't try to impress rather than connect. Pushes physical boundaries, of course not. If he's becoming defensive easily, pay attention. Love bomb excessively. Oh, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, I love this, I love that, ta, 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 ta. Excessive compliments, pay attention to that. There's no need for excessive compliments at the beginning. Again, he doesn't know you, right? Pay attention. This is early signs of love bombing that creates trauma bonds. Pay close attention. Talks about commitment immediately. Goes without saying. Cannot take responsibility. Goes without saying. Displays arrogance or belittle others. Lack curiosity about you. Does he talk about himself all the time? Pay attention. Makes everything about himself. This is basically narcissistic traits that I listed here. Anyone can wear a mask. The first date is about looking for cracks in the mask. You're just looking to see for possibilities. And people reveal themselves pretty quickly. This is why first date casual, it still reveals a lot. Let him earn information about you. Don't reveal your entire life story in just one date. Share gradually and allow discovery. A man should learn about you over time. Mystery is not manipulation, it's pacing. If he asks too deep questions, you can say politely, it's a little bit too early for this type of question. And it creates curiosity. He might not like it, but it's pacing. And you need to set the tone as well. Ask questions that reveals character. Avoid making date feel like a job interview. That's the worst. Ask questions that naturally reveal personality, values, and emotional maturity. For example, what is the perfect Saturday looks like for you? Like, ask these type of questions that are light. I don't want to give you the entire list of everything, because if I give you just list, it will sound robotic. Ask him things that matter to you and just keep it light. Now, emotional tone, what to talk about and what to avoid. I'm going to give you the guidelines and it will make it easier for you. Talk about travel, adventure, childhood memories, hobbies and passions. These are things that are very fun to talk about. It creates this, it's just fun to talk about it. Travel, where did you travel? Would you like to travel? Childhood memories, personal growth. This one is a big one for me. Personal growth, I love talking about this. And you can also see if the man is into personal growth at all. Bucket list and dreams, funny stories, books, music, or food. Books is a good one to see what kind of books he likes. That's a very good one. Future aspirations, hidden talents, and lessons life has taught to avoid your exes. His exes. Exes talk is never a good sign at the early stages of dating. It comes up, and I actually made videos on how to talk about your ex when you are with your partner, when you are with your potential partner. So make sure that you watch the video, because it's inevitable to talk about it, but there needs to be also pacing. So at the first date, no, it's completely irrelevant. Dating horror story, the dating scene is so fucked or whatever. No. Why you're still single. This is something that most people just like to talk about. They think it's bonding, but it's actually this is too much information. Past heartbreaks, no, it just brings bad juju and bad memories. Trauma dumping, completely irrelevant. Marriage, babies, and all this, no. financial problems, political or religious debate, how much dating, like I say, sucks, or sexual history. You're trying to create connection, not conduct therapy, not conduct an interrogation. Pay attention more to his word. Pay attention to more than his words. How he's treating staff. This one is so big and it's so often so overlooked. How he treated staff. Because when a man disrespect staff, it's the personality. At the first date, it will be hard to see because the first date people can hold back. But try to pay attention if he's short with the stuff, if he say thank you, or if he's just, treat him like trash. Whether he listens or interrupts, like I said, compliment excessively, we already talked about it. This is where the character is always leaked through his behaviors. Next one is give him clues about the future. This is a bonus here. I want to give you a bonus. Mention hobbies naturally. Like, I've always wanted to try rock climbing. I love hiking. I've always wanted to learn salsa dancing, whatever that is for you. An interested, attentive man will remember. And if he remembers this information, if he remembers, that's information. If he doesn't, that's information too. Now, if you throw this to him, the next date, he will try to do something that you like let's go salsa dancing, or the third date, he will remember that. Men remember when you throw this hook, he will grab the hook on the second or third date, he will try to do something like that. That's actually a good thing. So make sure that you are throwing this hook for him. The real tell, the most important observation, pay attention to who he becomes after the first hour. Usually the dates will last about an hour, but almost anybody can perform for 30 minutes, but very few can hold performance for more than that. So pay attention if he becomes impatient, his kindness, and arrogant, humility. Pay attention to these things. Be observant, like I said multiple times in the video. You're dating for data, and let this be your guide. Grace, pay the bill. This is where people say, pay the bill. I shouldn't pay the bill. No, you should not pay the bill. Of course not. And true masculine men will pay the bill every time. There is no way he was going to let you. But get this thing can go such a long way. And it's also, sorry to say it, but it's a covert test that you're going to run on him. Pay the bill. When the bill arrives, make a genuine offer to contribute. That communicates appreciation rather than entitlement. Put the purse on the table like you're going to pay. And watch, observe. If he's letting you pay, that's all the data that you need. It's all the data that you need. A masculine man who is truly interested in you, not even if he's interested or not, it doesn't even matter. True masculine men will never, ever let a woman pay when she's with him. Ever. And this is a character trait that you need to watch out for. If he's cheap, no. So you put your purse and kind of like making it look like, and you're giving him the opportunity to say, no, I got it. And it reminds me of, you probably know this one. When you're driving and some pedestrian is on the walk, and you stop and you allow him to walk, and you're stopping just a little bit before he's going on the walk, and he's like, you do like this, pass, it's okay, and then he passes and they say thank you. You feel like such a good person, right? It's like, I am such a saint. I need to get a Medal of Honor for that shit. So when you do this gesture, you allow him to, it's like, nah, I got it. It gives him more masculine power. And you do it only once. This is in the first date, only once. You don't do it again after. You just don't. But this is the first one. And like I said, you're allowing him to be masculine. If he tells you 50-50 or whatever, that will be your tuition, I would say. And tell him, okay. Don't tell him I was testing you or anything like that. If he lets you pay, you pay, and that's it. That's just all the data that you need. More important than who pays is his attitude. Is he generous? Is he resentful? Does he make it awkward? Small moments reveal large character traits. Ending the date, the goodbye. A warm hug is appropriate if it feels natural. There is no need to rush physical escalation. Allow anticipation to build. Healthy relationship develops gradually, takes time. No need for physical intimacy at all at the beginning. Express gratitude. This is before leaving, you say, thank you. I had a really good time. Most men rarely receive genuine appreciation. A little gratitude goes a long way. And to be honest, he deserves that. He planned the date, he paid for the date, and if he was a gentleman, yeah, he deserves a thank you. And I think it's the bare minimum that you can do after what he's doing. Like I said, the beginning of the video, you choose him at the beginning, you allow him the opportunity. If he took the opportunity, now it's on him. And once it's on him, a man, all he really wants from a woman, just get this, and this is another bonus for you. A man, when he feels appreciated and respected, you won his heart. Expression of gratitude from a woman is just such a beautiful thing. And don't let anybody else tell you otherwise that yeah, you don't need to say thank you all the time. You need to say thank you all the time. If he pays all the time, you say thank you. If he does something nice, you appreciate it. It's very simple human conduct. And I think it's just a lost art now. So be this kind of woman and it will go such a long way for you. And after the follow-up, text him. Some dating coaches will tell you, don't text him, let him text you. I had a good time to show you. No, again, thanks for lunch. He paid, he planned, he initiated. It was hard for him. It was hard for him. Even though you showed him the first choosing signal, you could have said no when he asked you out, and he led through the entire date. He led you in a masculine way. When you show him appreciation, he will lead you even more. He will want to be around you even more because you make him shine. When you make the masculine shine, you literally put the crown on his head and say, you're my king, lead me. But in order for him to lead, he needs to feel appreciated. Appreciation for a man, it's fuel to his soul. So you say, thank you for lunch. I had a good time. Hope you're having a great rest of your day. Open-ended. You don't need to ask anything or say anything else. Just thank you. Just thank you. It's beautiful. The biggest mistake that women make, you are the one doing the choosing. In this, you're the one doing the choosing. Like I said, women often become so focused on being chosen, they forgot that they are the one who choose the first date. They are doing the choosing. A first date is not an audition, it's an evaluation. Your job is not to impress him, just to summarize the video. Your job is not to impress him. Your job is to determine whether he's a man that has character, emotional maturity, integrity, consistency, value, and leadership. The leadership necessary for a healthy relationship. Scratch that, does he like me? Ask yourself, has this man earned a second date? That is what dating for data really looks like. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you to understand a little bit more about the psychology and a little bit more about the man's perspective. If you like this video, please let me know in the comments below which part resonated with you the most. Also, which part is the least? I welcome feedback as well. And if you like it, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next one. God bless.